actually SOSMA talks about a right to counsel even after arrest. Section 5.1 actually says you have a right to counsel after arrest, but in subsection 2, there are grounds in which they can delay that to 48 hours. But critically, that's upon arrest. Now what we have seen, and Siva, you probably correct me, what the reports that we got is when the police raided Bersih on the Bersih office on the 18th of November, the lawyers were there. The lawyers were prevented from going in. Now that's not arrest. They were investigating under SOSMA. They had not arrested anybody yet. The arrest came later. They were investigating under SOSMA, and yet they locked the doors. All right, and I think they even shut the windows, but I think there was only doors. The window happened.
Actually, inside I was kicked out.
You were kicked out. All right. Now, the same thing happened with Empower. All right. Again, the investigating officers went in. The lawyers turned up. The lawyers were kept outside. Now, what is the suggestion there? I mean, there's no arrest here. So to say that this is being done under SOSMA is completely unlawful. All right. It's an unlawful denial of right to counsel. There's no two ways about that. Now, there is basis on which police can deny counsel if they feel that the presence of lawyers there may be an obstruction to justice. But I can tell you the bar takes exception to that. You cannot assume the fact that a lawyer is there is going to be an act of obstruction to justice. You can't do that. You must be able to say this particular lawyer is likely to step in, destroy documents, hide documents, therefore because of him, we are not allowing him to come in. But there's no presumption just because a lawyer is there, and a lawyer is there to advise all of you members of the public as to your rights, he's going to be obstructing justice. Now, we all have become immune to this, We accept this as if it's normal. Do you know how serious this is? It's serious for us, and it's even serious for the investigating authorities. Because if the lawyers are there, whatever evidence that is gathered, the integrity of that evidence is actually pretty much confirmed. Because there can be no real suggestion there's been tampering, there's been planting, because your lawyer was there. Your lawyer was there, he was watching you, he was advising you. So it helps the process. We don't need to get into this argument that you planted something. We don't need to get into this argument that you tampered with something, because your lawyer was there. Likewise, you're entitled to have your lawyer there, because you can say certain documents, I can't reveal this. If you want this document, well, you may need to get a court order. And the lawyer you will want the advice of your lawyer before you act. So if they decide to ignore that advice and take action against you, you have a cause of action. Now that's why the Constitution guarantees that a lawyer can be present. SOSMA guarantees that there can be a lawyer upon arrest. Now this is before arrest. And even if after arrest, look at the conditions, there are very strict conditions on which you can be denied counsel. So you can see at every stage here, at least in these two stark examples that we've had in the recent weeks, complete denial of constitutional rights. SOSMA being used as a tool to deny constitutional rights. Even where SOSMA does not apply. Doesn't apply here. Just I turn up and say, I'm investigating under SOSMA, your lawyers are kept outside. Where is the basis for that? So, members of the bar, you know this, members of the public, you must insist on right to counsel. That is your right. And if that is denied, I can tell you, you have a cause of action. All right? And as far as the Bar Council is concerned, I will repeat this again. We take exception if you consider the fact that a lawyer is there to mean ipso facto that we are an obstruction to justice. We are there actually to aid the administration of justice. Let's get that clear. We are there to aid the administration of justice, not to obstruct justice.